Welcome into another edition of the Appalachian Wireless Sports Overtime. Just 2 shows left before we begin our quest for the boys and girls Sweet 16. Jamie McCracken has his breath.
Yes, and I'm excited. Teams making their final preparations and trying to fine-tune their game plans in order to make that postseason run to Lexington and Bowling Green.
Several teams in tonight's show hope to play for a chance at a Sweet 16 berth, including the 2 we begin with one of them a regional runner-up just last year. A big 57th district game going on in Paintsville between Johnson Central and the host Lady Tigers. A lot riding on this one, and the players knew it. Kerrigan Salmons, 3-ball, corner pocket, puts the Lady Tigers up 5 late in the third quarter, but back comes Central. 6 straight points capped off by a Cheyenne Ross layup with under a minute in the third. JC on top by 1. Lady Eagles make a bucket. Paintsville, though, responds. Abby James, baseline jumper. Paintsville back on top. Jayla Spurlock gets fouled shooting a 3. She makes 2 out of 3 free throws, and we go to the 4th. Johnson Central up 1. In a tight game, who do you go to? Your senior leader, Salmons, the senior, making them count. Lady Tigers by 4. Paintsville starting to feel it. Last chance for Johnson Central. 1.2 on the clock, but the shot off the side of the backboard. We go to the Highlands Black and Blue Clinic scoreboard. Paintsville escapes the Lady Eagles 40-39, and with that, there is a 4-way tie for first place in the girls' 57th district.
Awesome game. Head over to Jackson City. The Tigers hosting the Bulldogs of Hazard. There's Coach Al Holland. Pick it up, second quarter. This is that Turner kid. That's Albert Turner. Gets past and drives in the lane and scores, but here comes Hunter Hardy. Misses from the outside, but Jason Johnson there for the easy board and the putback. Hazard up 43-25 at the half. Third quarter now. Cade Fletcher saves the ball from going out of bounds, and there's Johnson corrals it and lays it off the glass and in. Still third quarter. Bulldogs not letting up. Hunter Hardy. That's him again. And then later, that was Landry Hayes actually. And then now this time it's Hayes again. Gets it inside to Barrett. He goes up strong for the 2, but Hazard comes right back down the floor as Griffin Wells drives and scores. As we go to the Highlands Black and Blue Clinic scoreboard, the Bulldogs win this one easily, 78-52 over the Jackson City Tigers.
Back out to the 15th region, Magoffin County Hornets bringing in Frankie Smith and the Sheldon Clark Cardinals into Salyersville. Cards without point guard Chase Parsley, Trevor Blackburn filling in to Caleb Sturgill. This guy is deadly from downtown. Knocks down the 3. Sheldon Clark with the early lead. Blackburn pushing it up the floor again. The shot fake behind the back dribble. The sneaky bounce pass under to Sturgill. Cardinals out to a quick 7-point lead. The Hornets, though, well, they'd settle down on offense. Jaron Lovely gets Magoffin County on the board with the open 3. Lead trimmed to 4. Sheldon Clark, though, the quick passing kept Magoffin County on its toes. Sturgill to Ethan Osborne from behind the arc. Sheldon Clark out to an 8-point lead now on the road. Hornets, though, were able to get within 1 point of the Cards. But as we go to the Highlands Black and Blue Clinic scoreboard, Sheldon Clark gets the road win 61-53 over Magoffin County. The Cardinals now in a tie for first place in the district with Johnson Central out in the 57th. Coming up, the Breathitt County Lady Cats. Actually, that was an interesting game. We don't have highlights of that one. An odd scenario there in Jackson.
We'll tell you about it.
They were supposed to host Magoffin County.
Yeah, we'll tell you about it later. The Southwestern Warriors and Lady Warriors welcome in crosstown rival Pulaski County for a big-time doubleheader. Highlights next.
Time now for our Fans in the Stands t-shirt toss-out, sponsored by Eastern Kentucky University. We head westward to the reservation at Southwestern High School. The Warriors and Lady Warriors hosting rival Pulaski County in a big rivalry game. Highlights of the girls' game and a bit the boys' highlights coming up here in just a minute. Our Fans in the Stands, sponsored by Eastern Kentucky University.
Finally, the movie 50 Shades of Grey is out. Now, apparently about 20 minutes of the film is let's just say it's filled with excitement. Now tonight, the Southwestern and Pulaski County student sections were also filled with excitement. Will you take your wife to see 50 Shades of Grey?
I'll be at UK tomorrow.
Are you sure?
She's got a regional academy.
You're not going to let Kayla see 50 Shades of Grey? Come on, Josh.
She does what she wants.
Come on, be a real husband now. You're married. Let's go first quarter. Stephen Fitzgerald coast to coast. off the backboard, somehow rolls in. 16 for Fitz.
I knew I should have read through the script.
On the night. Later, Riley Hall. I bet you he's taking his girlfriend to see 50 Shades of Grey. 3-ball goes, 1-point lead to Pulaski. Now it's former Maroon turned Warrior Peyton Gover. The jumper goes. He scored all 7 of his points in the first half. Still first quarter. Blake Burton. 7 for Burton on the night. Now it's Hall up to Sylvester Stallone. Wow. Trayvon Sylvester. Later, now it's Hall. Oh, don't move your feet. That's what happened. He just pump fakes, makes the shot. 20 points for Hall. Under 8 seconds to go now in the quarter. Adam Isaacs working his stuff. Oh, gets it to go. The pull-up J. And then he comes right back out in the second quarter and hits the step back right in Burton's eye hole. Isaacs goes for 13. Stay tuned because our shot of the night comes from this game, and it wasn't even in this highlight pack. It came from Danny Budd as we go to the Highlands Black and Blue Clinic scoreboard. The Southwestern Warriors take care of business, 66-56.
The Pikeville student section always ready to go. The Panthers hosting number 10 Lawrence County tonight in the first. Bulldogs Grant Kaiser shoots from the wing. It's good for 3. That ties things up early. Later in the first, the Panthers now, Zach Huffman takes it in for 2 off the glass. Panthers, though, trailing by 1. Panthers will make the fast break as Wyatt Battle, player of the week a couple of weeks ago, puts it in for 2. Panthers up 3 late in the first. So we go to the second. Bulldogs trying to regain the lead. It's Brandon Richardson putting it in for 2. Bulldogs, though, trailing by 3 on the road. Later in the second, Bulldogs now have the lead. Austin Chaffins adds 2 to the scoreboard to put the Bulldogs up 5. Panthers keeping it close. Ryder Johnson takes it in for the bucket. That puts Pikeville up 3, and the Panthers would go on to win it by 4. The final over Lawrence County, 79-75. Staying on the Highlands Black and Blue Clinic scoreboard, a 52nd District doubleheader. Bell County sweeps Harlan in the girls' game, 76-65. The boys, the Bobcats, won it 53-43. Also on the scoreboard, Letcher Central, Shelby Valley, number 4 Valley, 54-35 over the Lady Cougars. Jenkins and Shelby Valley boys, Wildcats get the better of the Cavaliers, 62-32. Continuing with more scores on the scoreboard, Knott Central Buckhorn girls, 42-32 Lady Pats. Owsley County beats Perry Central on the road, 56-55. Continuing on the Highlands Black and Blue Clinic scoreboard, Pikeville over Allen Central in girls action, 75-21. And Eastridge gets the road win over Peaburg, 64-54. More scores on the scoreboard. Middlesboro defeats Barberville in girls action 58-48, and Corbin defeats the Lady Black Bears of Harlan County 62-56. Whitley County defeats Somerset at home 51-41. Lynn Camp over Williamsburg. The Lady Jackets fall to the Lady Wildcats 46-36. And finally a doubleheader in Lee County. The Leslie County Eagles and Lady Eagles sweep the Bobcats and Lady Cats 61-24, and the Eagles put up 100-103 to 67, the final score.
A lot of points.
Coming up on the Appalachian Wireless Sports Overtime, the Letcher County Central Cougars welcome in the South Floyd Raiders.
Yeah, and Lawrence County looks to bounce back from its loss to Morgan County when it visits the Pikeville Panthers.
This is South Central, you're watching Sports Overtime.
The Letcher Central Cougars are hoping this season they play in the 14th Region Tournament. 2012 was the last year that happened. Looking to maybe take a step closer to that goal tonight against an out-of-region opponent in South Floyd. Floyd County native Robert Hammonds and Letcher Central hosting the South Floyd Raiders over in Whitesburg tonight. Hunter Johnson for the Raiders in the corner for 3. It's not going to fall, but he follows his shot, gets the board, and the putback. Raiders by 2. At the other end, Terrell Carter goes right by the defense. Baseline layup is good. Cougars, though, still down 2. Raiders still hitting off the miss. Andrew Tackett out to J.R. Tackett. J.R. splashes home the 3, 5-point lead. South Floyd now getting the steal. Andrew finishes the break with the layup. Raiders still up 3. And this is how you break a pass. Press, 2 passes, and a layup by Jacob Collins, still a 3-point game. Carter, though, showing he can do it himself. Coast to coast, layup good. Letcher down just 1. Then the outside game. Jordan Gregory to Austin Banks. The lefty cans the triple. As we go to the Highlands Black and Blue Clinic scoreboard, Letcher Central comes back to win it by double digits, 75-59 over visiting South Floyd.
Stephen Butcher, not just a head coach, but apparently a good floor wiper. Coach Butcher given the wink. Number 2 team in the mountains on the girls' side. Southwestern hosting Pulaski County. Second half, that's Addison Quarter, the offensive board in the putback. Still third quarter. Destiny Molden gets it on the break. Layup good. 12 for Molden on the night. Later, Peyton Ingram, little hook shot plus the foul. She led the Lady Maroons with 6, but they are down big. Pulaski didn't make a lot of shots, but here's Jariah Pivot. Pulaski down 48-25 the fourth quarter. It's Quarter on the run again. 9 points for Southwestern's all-time leading scorer tonight. And then Delana Fothergill closes out the highlight pack with a bucket of her own. She led the Lady Warriors with 14 as we go to the highlights. Black and Blue Clinic scoreboard. Number 2 Southwestern crushes Pulaski County 74-35. All right, as we stay on the highlights Black and Blue Clinic scoreboard, the June Buchanan girls and the Berea girls. As you see, Berea defeats June Buchanan 50-43, while Oneida Baptist gets the win over Trinity 56-38. Stay on the scoreboard for the next one. Cordia loses to Jenkins 79-55. Interesting note tonight is Whitney Crease scored her 1,000th point on the season tonight in that game.
That's ridiculous.
That's pretty ridiculous. The Lawrence County girls, they defeat Rosehill 50-43. Stay on the highlights Black and Blue Clinic scoreboard. Phelps and Betsy Lane 83-59. Betsy Lane wins that one. And then Phelps loses to Sheldon Clark 78-28. More scores on the highlights Black and Blue Clinic scoreboard. Perry Central defeats Powell County 79-52. That's boys action. And then Wolfe County defeats Owsley County by 2, 51-49. Also on the scoreboard, Lincoln and Bergen 67-37. The Wildcats get the win there, and Rockcastle loses to Garrett County 64-52. Also on the highlights Black and Blue Clinic scoreboard, Estill County gets the win over Berea 74-56, and Knox Central, they are rolling right now 67-64 over Jackson County. More scores on the highlights Black and Blue Clinic scoreboard. Henry Clay defeats Belfry 85-53, and Oneida Baptist falls to Harlan County 58-48 in boys action.
Much more to come on the Appalachian Wireless Sports Overtime, but as we go to break, here's a look at this week's Alice Lloyd College boys and girls Mountain Top 10s. It is time now for our McDonald's Student Athlete of the Week. Bethany Hall is a senior at Estill County High School where she has a 4.57 grade point average. She's co-president of the Beta Club and vice president of the FCCLA. She's also captain for the Lady Engineers basketball and softball teams. Congratulations, Bethany, tonight's McDonald's Student Athlete of the Week.
All right, how about our Long John Silver's nothing but net shot of the night? It's Danny Butt of Southwestern. Kid's a freshman. Look at this little Euro step, lots of English off the glass, of course.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. Let's take one more look at it because it's that good, because it's our shot of the night. It's a heck of a shot. Oh, the Euro step splits the D, gets it to go. Danny Butt, congrats. Our Long John Silver's nothing but net shot of the night, even though he went off the backboard.
One of the issues that has been facing John Calipari all season is juggling playing time for 10 deserving players.
Yeah, up to this point, Cal has used his platoon system, and so far it has been effective with Kentucky sitting at 24-0. But Cal's message on the matter is pretty simple. You can either play or you can't.
At the end of the day, you know, either you can play or you can't play. Reality. Either you're an efficient player or you're not. They don't need to see you for 40 minutes. That's all ego stuff. But there's a clutter that goes along with that we'll fight till the end of the year to keep everybody away from all that, what I would call the clutter of trying to infiltrate guys' minds and all that stuff.
Now, speaking of Kentucky, the Wildcats enter tomorrow's game with South Carolina coming off 2 big road wins over Florida and LSU.
Yeah, and tonight's KSR Minute Matt Jones says the story of those wins was freshman Carl Anthony Towns.
When Towns came to Kentucky, he was one of the most hyped players throughout America, and he was considered a potential candidate to win National Player of the Year. But the platoon system and a slower freshman start made it to where, while he was still good, he wasn't quite as perfect as we thought maybe he would be. Jalil Okafor at Duke had some strong success, and we kind of forgot about Towns. Well, not anymore. Over the last 3 weeks, he started to creep up NBA draft boards, and some are saying he might go #1 overall. We are finally seeing the Karl Towns we hoped for. He's rebounding with strength and authority. He doesn't get the ball taken from him. He's blocking shots, and most importantly, he's finishing inside. It wasn't a coincidence at LSU that when they needed a winning basket, Karl Towns was who they looked for. There's been a lot of attention about his technical and hanging on the rim. But the real story after the LSU game, Kentucky has a big man who can score at will, and his name is Karl Towns. I'm Matt Jones, and this is the KSR Minute.
The men's and women's basketball teams at Union College will be out to prove they are worthy of their national rankings tomorrow at home against Bluefield College.
The Union women ranked 23rd in NAIA Division II, while the Bulldog men check in at number 20. Today, Tanner Hesterberg mic'd up coaches Tim Curry and Kevin Burton as they practice and prepare to take on the Rams.
All right, listen up. Now, when Bluefield plays their zone, they're going to go two-guard front out of their zone the majority of the time, and they're going to be very, very active, okay? Their front two guards are going to be extremely active. Get away, get away, get away, get away. Don't try to pass in the middle of that double team. Dribble out of it. Let's go, subs. Now, great. Why do you keep getting beat on the ball screen? What should you do? Somebody should be matching up, shouldn't they? Somebody should be matching up with a person that's ball screening. So if she steps the ball screen, when they dribble off of it, you should switch that out right there. You just admitted that on television, by the way.
Oh, they heard that?
Yes. We're going to go upstairs to the classroom, watch a little bit of film, then we're going to get out of here. Let's go. Talk to each other. Talk to each other. Get around him, newbie. Look around you, Fitz. See where the next one's coming. See where the next one's coming. See where the next one's coming. All right, hold up, good. All right, Chattanooga. You recognize a situation, okay? Come on, it's painful to watch, right? When you know they're not playing the best they can play. So let's make sure we correct that right now. Okay, TJ never said a word. Turn around and tell TJ, hey TJ, talk on D. Keep him accountable. Talk on D. Kurt, you're not saying nothing. Talk on D, okay? Don't just talk, but communicate to your teammates what's going on and problem solve what's going on so they don't get an easy shot. Send me a bill for you cracking the backboard on the last two games. Who was the other bricklayer? No, was it yeah, Jones. That's exactly who it was. You too, TJ, both of you. Man, you got all kinds of things to say over on the bench. Now you ain't saying nothing. What are you saying? What's the worst thing we do, in your opinion? Foul? We foul great. What are you talking about? We're the best in America at fouling.
That's fantastic. Quickly, Breathitt County Magoffin girls late in the first quarter. Magoffin head coach Scott Castle was ejected, and from what we hear, he just decided to take the Lady Hornets and head back to Sizeville. The official final score in that one: Breathitt County 9, Magoffin County 0.
Nothing like getting teed up.
Crazy game.
Let's get on that bus.
That does it for tonight. Much more to come tomorrow. Kentucky, Alice Lloyd, Union, a lot of things. Cumberland's. Jamie and Lauren will have all that stuff for you.
Absolutely. Are you sure you're not going to go see 50 Shades of Grey?
I'm positive. Have a good weekend.
What a loser.